Hey everybody, I want to do a quick review of this EVERCROSS EV10Z electric scooter that I got from Amazon. This is a 35-pound electric scooter. For only being 35 pounds, I'm amazed at what this thing can do and how far it can go. This is in the folded position, as you can see. There's a little latch right here. This latch hooks onto that little hook that's on the main upright, and that lets you use the handle or the main mast as a carrying handle to carry it around with you. It's not unmanageable, a little heavy, but not bad. So I love that it folds up like that. It has shocks, as you can see, so there's some suspension built into it on the front, not on the back. It's just a rigid back mount plate, but you do have some front suspension there that absorbs some of that impact. The tires are not, and they're not pneumatic, so they're solid rubber tires, so you don't need to worry about putting air in them or getting a flat. So I love that. You've got fenders. You even have a little brake light in the back. I'll show you that in a second. To unlatch it, you just push this little hook back, and that folds flat on the deck, which I love. Stand the mast up like so, and then push in this latch, and it snaps, and you hear it click, and that holds it securely. When you first get the scooter, all you have to do to assemble it is put these 6 bolts in. You slide this handlebar assembly down inside the mast and put those bolts in. Make sure you put it in the right way with the headlight facing forward, and that's all there is to it. There's a brake. That brake actuates the front brake, disc brake there. You can see it wiggling. It works really well. It's very responsive. You have a bell, and then here's your throttle. Very comfortable handlebars, and then your front display. When you first get the scooter, you can see on the front, I left the sticker on here so you can see it, but there is this little QR code, and when you scan that QR code, it takes you to the EVERCROSS Pro app, and with that app, you can actually link the scooter to your phone and use the app to control different scooter functions. I'll show you when I turn the scooter on here. It's gonna be hard to see that screen. It's flickering for the refresh rate. I know it's confusing, but it does say connected up here in the corner of my phone, and it shows 91% on the scooter's battery power. I don't know if you can see this lock bar right here, but if I press and slide this lock bar, it actually locks the scooter, so you can actually put it in park mode. Nothing will work on the scooter. You can't control the throttle. You can't make it go. You can't even turn it off. It just shows a little lock symbol here and says it's in park. And you can't actually do anything with the scooter until you unlock it with your phone again, so that's a nice little handy secure feature that I absolutely love. You can also control your different functions like zero start, which means you turn zero start off, you have to kick it to get it going, or you can turn zero start off and just hit the throttle and it'll go right away. You can see the headlight is on right now because it's in pedestrian mode, but with that off, I can turn the headlight on and off with the app as well. You can also turn on cruise control. Cruise control is a really nice function. This app also keeps track of your GPS routes and keeps track of where you're going. So it's a really handy app, and it works great with the scooter. So I love that. Let me explain the different modes real quick. There's a trip meter that you can keep track of. This shows how far you've gone. This is your miles per hour. You can control all of these settings, not just with the app, but also by pressing this button in a different series of sequences. So pressing it 4 times will turn on your cruise control. So once you get going a steady speed that you want, you press this button 4 times and it will lock in at whatever speed you're going, and you can take your hand off the throttle and it will keep going that speed until you press the brake or until you press the throttle again. So that works great, and you can control all these different functions with your button as well. I just changed it to kilometers per hour accidentally. I think that's 5 presses. Oh, that's 3. Okay, back to miles per hour. You can see ECO is eco mode. That's the slowest speed. When you're in eco mode, it's I think maxes out at 7 miles per hour. It's pretty slow. I know that doesn't sound that slow, but it does feel pretty slow when you're riding. The next mode is D. I guess that's a daily driver, or I forget exactly what it stands for, but that's your basic mode, your standard average speed. That one maxes out at 12 miles per hour, I believe, or 13, I think. And then you go up to S, which is sport mode, and sport mode will max out at 18 or 19 miles an hour on your speed there. So that's definitely the most fun and the fastest, and that's the one that I find myself always riding in because it is the most fun. You also have a pedestrian mode. I don't know if you can see that little guy, that little pedestrian symbol there. What that means is the scooter will assist you in pushing. I'm pushing it with 2 fingers now and barely moving it, and the scooter is pushing itself along and assisting me. It also turns on the headlight when you're in pedestrian mode. So the idea with pedestrian mode is you've run out of juice. There's not enough juice for the scooter to carry you anymore, but you can still walk along beside you. It's got enough battery power to use your headlight and push the scooter along, so you're not huffing it up a hill by yourself. So I think pedestrian mode will assist you up to 7 miles per hour, something like that. So very handy feature and a very awesome scooter.